Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Nikki with the Peace Dealers Mystic Illuminations. I'm here to give you guys a reading for Saturn going direct. After several months of being retrograde, Saturn is going to be direct August 25th and will be direct in Sagittarius. So that's going to happen until December 20th. And I want to do a reading and channel some messages and information for each zodiac sign. So without further ado, I'd like to get started. I've already sent out my prayers, blessings. I'll be giving you guys so much Reiki. Thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Much love to you guys always. So let's get started here with Aries. We got Saturn going direct. It's a really big transit here because Saturn has been really kind of giving you that double karma with going retrograde. So here we go, Aries. This is for your Saturn direct transit. And this will be lasting until December 20th. Oh, that was a lot of cards. Excuse me. Cards fly out so much, I swear. Alright, let's get this going here. Let me do a good shuffle for my Aries squad. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Aries, what's good? We're moving on. You have spiritual strength. And there will be partnerships and alliances. So this is all really, really important for Aries to realize that the past is behind. We have once finally stepped into a new ground. You've got to just keep it moving, move on from anything that has really just held you back. We've dealt with some maybe mucky karma. We've dealt with some really maybe harsh realizations. So moving on from any of that is really kind of giving you that spiritual strength. Sorry, my card is spiritual strength, but the card has got stuck together, got wet. It was interesting to see which ones did, but yeah, and lo and behold, it's still powerful and it still, stands true. Okay, you're lifting yourself up. You're moving on from what is was dark, what was shadowy, didn't have really too much of a impact on your life. So you needed to take another direction. You're walking in the light. You're walking towards the light. You're moving on to once was. So Saturn going direct is really going to put things in order for you, have you move on, own up to the action, and the partnerships and alliances will follow. So there is definitely a union. There's definitely some knowledge, some authority, some great communication assets. Just really opening up to just having wisdom in relationships and really connecting with somebody that's going to bring you to an expansion. With Saturn moving into Sagittarius direct, it's the planet of expansion. So it's really going to open up some doors in that sense. So let's do for Aries a bonus. So yes, this is the Ice Queen. So she is saying, with this being said, there's ideas that you've been cooking up, okay? And you really got to take action to them. Really set your tone, put your, goals in a picture and picture it how you would like it to be if you haven't already. So it's all about significant decisions, significant placements in where you need to put everything in the direction it needs to go. So how you're going to collect your thoughts, how you're going to make your next move. You have to take action, and there's much of an entitlement feeling. So as far as being the boss of your own life and making that happen, it's going to come through you and it's going to build structure in your life, and it's going to really, really bring you that peace that you've been wanting, and getting some ideas preserved. No chaos, So that's important. So Saturn's going to look out, for those who have, been able to do things out of honesty and through your heart and moving in your direction. It's never too late to do that. It's never too late to change up and live in honesty, live in righteousness, right? So we got Taurus. What up, though, Taurus? How's the Taurians? All right, so Taurus, we have for your Saturn Direct transit. Taurus. All right, Taurus, this is for you. Spiritual strength for you. Patience and planning. And partnerships and alliances. So back to back, it's saying that you're gaining a really, really strong connection to spirit. You're grounding. You're lifting up your shaman healing powers to the connection to people around you, as well as the spiritual connection that you have from God. You're really connecting it in a major way. It's green. It's coming from the heart. It's really loving. Patience and planning. So we're going direct. We see what we have in order. Where you want to see yourself in the next 6 months, the next year. Things have gone full circle. There's probably a lot of decisions that you feel that you need to kind of get your inner strength from. So get patience with that, because anytime that you have a big decision, realize that patience has to come, because if you make that decision very fast, then you're kind of like maybe going back on that. So Taurus, I know it's easy for you to do because it takes you a little while to decide that. So give yourself some planning and some patience with that planning. And it's a really great structure, really 2 big pillars, some shining lights. The sun is really going to give you a great direction and strength and movement. Saturn's going to, really give us a great test of our reality and opening yourself up. So that's a great sense here. And also partnerships and alliances. So you're going to be connecting the dots, connecting with people around you. You're going to see who your partners are. You're going to see who has your back. You're going to see what makes, a good working environment go fast and go quick and go well, and things not to go, in a negative direction. So it's a great partnership, someone that's kind of like your homie, your road dog. So it's like the partnership, the alignment that you're going to have with that is just going to click and make sense. So Saturn's going to bring that for you guys too. We're going to do a bonus for Taurus. And Taurus, what is your bonus? Queen of the Light, illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. So those have been putting in really great work. Know that your blessings are really going to come forward as the direction of Saturn moving forward. Having the wholeness, having oneness, having a celebration of just knowing that, you're really having a responsibility for yourself and you're getting things done. Own up to what you're doing, and living in your truth is really powerful. Okay, so that's how things go for you in the Saturn transit. Spirit is really excited that there is going to be some healing light. There's going to be a great sense of enlightenment. So get ready. There will be a lot more blessings of light for that. So Gemini, you guys are next. And what's good with the Gem? How is everyone? How are you guys, Gemini? All right, so here we go. This is for Gemini Saturn going direct. Yes, yes. Gemini. Fertility, solar plexus chakra, and movement, choices, and decisions. So we have here fertility. Now that Saturn's going direct, there's going to be some new ideas, new beginnings, new pursuits. You're going to be teaching. You're going to be leading in a direction. You're going to be giving birth to new creative projects, new ideas, new work projects, new, anything that's coming to you through your mind. You're going to give yourself. You're going to put your whole heart into it, and you're going to give yourself time to actually nurture this and give it the right birth that it needs, and really grow a healthy, strong connection to spirit. So it's a really fertile time for you to get your ideas planted. Your solar plexus chakra comes up. Really focus on yellow. Focus on any type of yellow crystal if you would like. A really great oil would be ling ling or something like citrus. Tangerine is beautiful. Get yourself into a really sense of a citrus feeling, bright, energized, joyful. What really brings you joy? What really brings you into your happiness? Creativity as well. We're really focused on like the pure light of really just smiling and getting your solar plexus really clear. So do some meditations, perhaps really just some chakra clearing where you can put a light there mentally and really just clear that out yourself. It's going to be a really great time for you because the movement and choices and decisions are all going to be coming up and all going to be moving forward now that Saturn's moving forward. So you got movement, you got choices. There's a window of opportunity with coins and perhaps a really great money venture where you can actually come up like on a really good grip, like get yourself some honest, good money, and something that perhaps you would just not normally get. So now that Saturn's going direct, it's giving you this opportunity to make a little extra money, but also be very focused on how you're going to make it, how you're going to make more money from that money. There can be another choice of a union. So we have like these two rings. It can really represent, the red, the passion, the soulmate connection. There is a limb, there is green, there is, something to come with your heart. So are you going to choose from your mind? You're going to choose from your heart. So you got a lot of things going on, Gemini, but you're really in movement and you're really in, an option field there. So you're playing the field because there's a lot of options, right? So it's definitely going to come up. You're going to give yourself a really, really great boost of energy once Saturn is really going direct with you. And we'll do a bonus for the Gemini. All right, so let's see. Bonus for Gemini. The wise woman of Wonderland. So integrity and compromise. So within those decisions and that movement that's coming up for you, really connect to this because when she shows up, she's reminding you the integrity that you live in and the integrity that you have, but also the great imagination, the messages that you can lend to others, as well as, having to compromise and knowing exactly what to do at this precise moment or how to react or what to say to actually make that connection. So she's showing up to give you that extra boost of having integrity in your character and compromising if there would happen to be any type of conflict or any type of uncertainty that could come up with some of these decisions that are at hand once there is Saturn moving direct in that motion, owning up to what we're doing and really, taking action and having a real great plan. So really keep your integrity and keep your wisdom really at a heightened level because that's going to really make a big play and a really big marker in what you need to compromise with. in some things that are going to be happening with Saturn going direct. You're going to be really going through some structures and rules of knowledge. So she seems like an elder, but it's like, I always say it's like Alice in Wonderland. So yes, yes. All right, so we have Cancer. Let's get your reading here. What's up, Cancer? All right, so we have Saturn going direct for the sign Cancer. Saturn going direct for Cancer. That's there. All right. So we have standing your ground, we have disruption and emotional loss. So Saturn going direct is really going to bring up some things that has, maybe shaken up some things, okay? Things could be really shaken up for Cancer right now. So really stand your ground. Things happen for a reason. Know that that reason is going to maybe test your opinions and test like how you really feel. So you got to stand your ground. Like you have a strong perspective on things. You're really able to, lead the way in what you believe. You don't have to have everybody follow you, but at least stand your ground and know like you're doing this for yourself and your health of your life. So really give yourself that credit that you're worth it. So the emotional loss that you've had is just showing up saying like, listen, whatever's happened, whoever you felt that you lost that connection with is really, it's just energy. You can get it back. Saturn going direct is really going to put those things in order for you. So it usually takes some time for us to get over anything. If, it really kind of tugged on our heart and made us feel like, we didn't really have that type of strength. We felt weak because we felt like we lost something, but really it's about us maturing. It's about us really kind of like going Saturn direct and feeling like, listen, we're mature. We went through these pressures. We went through these tests. We went through this emotional loss, and we're really ready to stand our ground and heal our hearts and whatever it is that has disrupted us and disrupted you, Cancer. So there's been a disruption. Somebody really upset you. Something really happened where you felt like you were locked down, where you weren't able to be yourself, and things had really kind of put things in a fury for you. So the disruption isn't really going to do anything other than make you break out of your shell, Cancer, and really just shake and break things up. You really need to just kind of feel the changes and know that, there has to be some kind of order. There has to be some kind of message that's going to occur in your own personal life for some of you that, when things get shaken up, there's an awareness. There is structure that follows. Sometimes rules aren't meant to be broken because they bring knowledge, they bring big time realizations and having respect and order and just being able to have a really strong structure in your own life to keep things in motion, because we all want expansion, So whatever disruption it was meant to happen for things to make you stronger, to give you that strength to stand your ground, release that emotional loss, and get yourself feeling really, really empowered. Okay, so let's do a little bonus card for Cancer. That slid. I want to give Cancer 2 bonus, so that slid out, and I feel like it was for you guys, and I just want to like holler at you again. Okay, so yeah, it's saying, clear vision and details. What is it that you want to focus on? What is it, healing your emotional loss? You're having maybe to stand your ground in some type of a battle against somebody or something, but you don't want to have to, lose your vision on what you really want to focus on for your life. So the ringmaster of scrutiny is saying, details, focus, have that clear vision, Cancer. And the camel boy is saying, listen, don't be afraid to ask for help. You're on your way. You have to just take small steps. So Saturn's going direct, and it's going to, bring things in motion for you to get that done. So don't be hard on yourself at all. All right, we got the Leos. Leos, this is for your Saturn direct until December 20th. Okay, Leos. All right. All right. So, Leos, you are moving on to, you're walking in the light. You're leaving whatever it was that was shadowy behind you. You need to just break through and break away from that, sense of shadowness that maybe was like clouding where you needed to be. So it's really you taking a big step in a big direction on where you want to put your focus on towards, this coming up towards this end of this year. We're in the final stages here. So we have the prosperity that will begin and foundations and achievements. So that is going to be the direction that you're going in, Leo. Yes, the prosperity begins is a really beautiful card. We have abundance through nature, through the earth, through roots, through having peace, having strength, having, a calm sense of, new beginnings of luck. Because, with prosperity beginning, it's kind of just the mystery of knowing that it's going to be bountiful for you. It's going to be, fruitful, and everything will come into fruition. It's just the beginning. So the tip of the iceberg, the, first fruit of your tree will be blossoming, and it will be the foundation and achievements of your dreams. So once you have a firm foundation of really sense of self, you're leading with your heart, you're doing what you need to do, there'll be great achievements that is going to happen in this transit for you. Saturn going direct for Leo is going to be a really great time for you guys to just, keep on shining, putting yourself in a great position to, reap the benefits of just being who you are and speaking your truth, speaking your heart, and being in the limelight. So definitely you've got the family that's holding you down. You have the firm foundation of the yin, the yang, the parents, the, and these are just representations of the figures of that. It's not truly maybe your mom and dad, but it's the figure of a parental feeling, Saturn going direct in an authoritative way, kind of like, the disciplinary. So there's a great foundation in that. We see that popping for y'all. And we got Leo bonus. Well, yes, the lady of the gift. Generosity, receiving, and withholding. So she's blowing the fairy dust in your direction. She's giving you that light. She's lighting it up. It's really generous. It's really warm. It's really great abundance, great feeling in your heart, great sense of, welcoming and receiving as well. So when you welcome, you receive somebody, and then when you get received, you give it back. So it's kind of like that feeling of, hey, I'm getting a blessing in my direction. So kudos to you guys, Leo. Definitely keep your focus going and keep your hearts in a very high frequency there, no matter what, because the withholding is just saying that you're not going to be holding anything back. You're not withholding any of your magic or any of your generosity, because the lady of the gift that shows up, she is actually the gift of your transit, saying that you are going to really have a sparkle and a little glitter in that path. Okay, Virgo. It's you guys. It's your time to shine. Happy birthday. Happy solar return to the Virgos. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome solar return. Many blessings. Alright, Virgos, what's good? Let's see what's up with your Saturn Direct. Alright. Suffering in silence, the universe, and balance. Yes, yes. So, you no longer want to have to envision your dreams and feel that they're so far away. You're living them now. Suffering in silence is something that comes up because it's saying that you are really going to kind of like break out of some whatever shell it was, or whatever type of you were kind of like going through a time where you felt like, yeah, well, if I say this and that, because you're overthinking, okay? But you don't have to suffer in silence, because the universe is really giving you that gift to be able to speak, feel, think, everything in motion with the universe. So you're really speaking God's word, you're living God's life, light, you're feeling the power of Goddess within you, you're really feeling that balance. So Saturn going direct is really going to bring you balance. It's in your season, you're feeling it, you're feeling focused, you're feeling happy, you're refreshed. You're ready to get things done. You're planning, but you're also feeling balanced. You're also feeling refreshed. You're feeling at ease. There is a balance here between what you need to do as far as how to, hold them, how to fold them, what to cut, how to celebrate, what to, pray on, what it is that you need to balance in your life, the celebration, the, choices that you have to get your life in order. You got to really balance what it is, your work, your craft, your sport, whatever it is that makes you kind of feel whole, makes you feel driven. So it's really about the angel of balance coming through and blessing you through this transit, and really giving you that sense of peace and not anxiety, because no more quiet suffering, no more biting your tongue on anything, even though you probably don't have trouble expressing any sense of worry or anything like that. So no worry or anything of that nature. I know that you really can see things for what they are, and you're going to really get blessed in a big way, because when the universe pops up, it's really telling you that you're in tune, you're in sync, you're balanced, and you're really going to be feeling the abundance of the universe and the magic of the universe speaking to you and through you. Let's do a bonus for the Virgos, the birthday Virgos. Yes, yes. All right, Virgos, this is your bonus. The winged wise one. So yes, angelic help, miraculous aid. So this beautiful angel is coming through, and with Saturn going direct, it's going to give you like a little extra oomph. It's going to give you that angelic aid. Your sense of prayers will be answered. You're going to really kind of go through your mind in a really proud, in a really practical, but also there'll be the miraculous aid coming through. So if that makes sense, you're kind of getting in, Spirit was telling me to say, convey that it's practical, but also miraculous. So whatever it is that you're building up to, there'll be a miraculous outcome. It's very peaceful. It's very pure. You have an elegance about you, and definitely a very great charm. Okay, that's going to be coming up in this transit. So you're really going to be able to use those abilities and it's going to be very heavenly feeling. It's going to be very blessing. It's going to be very great for your inner strength and the reality around you, in a spiritual connection. So birthday time for show. Libra. All right, what's good, Libra? See what we got for our Libras here. Libra, this is your Saturn Direct, Libra. Material harvest, baby. Deception and envy. And solar plexus. So this is a good time for you to put your ideas in a basket, and you need to harvest them, you need to grow them, you need to water them. The seeds are growing for you. The material harvest is on bang. You're getting yourself a lot of work. You're getting yourself some connections. You're getting some fruits of labor. You're putting in extra work. You're getting a really great material harvest. So you're planning some great connections, and you're growing a lot of your intentions here. So it's really an awesome time. Saturn is really giving you that strength. So just know that deception and envy came up, and it is saying that people could be taking off their masks around you. They're showing you, who they are, and they're like, yeah, well, I was showing you this way, but whoop, whoop, here I am. And you're going to be able to, point that out, pick that out, and really use that to your advantage, because you're going to be able to kind of see who's envious of your ways and your connections, and maybe kind of like, once you enter the spot, it's a party. People are kind of like, oh, trying to throw shade, but don't really feed into that, because Saturn going direct is really going to put you in a like what goes around comes around feeling, even though that being retrograde can kind of come double time, it's still going to put things in motion for expansion, for self-awareness, for really great abundance. So deception and envy can come around, the mask can be revealed, and really just focus on the solar plexus, Libra. That came up a couple of times. We're going to have, some really great chakra clearing, and we're going to have some really great meditations that can happen. So let's do them. Let's get this solar plexus going. We have the yellow feeling of joy, of happiness. It's really right there in your belly button. You can really focus that and getting cleared out, and you can really feel that energized feeling. So it's really focusing on like the sun energy, and really kind of like getting yourself into a great energetic feeling. So you're really feeling motivated. You're not feeling any type of lagging. You're ready, to move forward and really feel happy. It's about joyful. It's about really enjoying every second. And we're about the present moment. And to me, the solar plexus is really connection to the present moment of just really enjoying life and how beautiful it really is, and not worrying about things in the future. Just really focusing on your present. So being happy, clearing that out. Let's do a bonus for the Libras in the house. All right, Libra, this is your Saturn Direct. Fire Prince. So it's about optimism. You're going to have some decisions, as always. We all go through, some type of a, aggression that can come up. There could be some tests that can happen. So the real test is in how you react. So you have to really kind of like keep your perception keen. You got to really get yourself in a motion where you got to stay optimistic. Maybe some things took you in a certain direction. Now you're going in a whole another direction, and you're like, yo, like why? And it's really out of your control. You're just kind of going with it, and you're like, okay, well, I'll just be optimistic because it's royal. It's really, you know what I mean, going to bring a blessing. There's fire here. There's ready to get things rolling. Saturn's in this really strong movement. You're ready to get your plans going. So just stay optimistic on that, especially because the material harvest came up huge for you guys. So it's going to really be kind of a great time for you to reap your achievements. All right, Scorpios. What's up, Scorpios? Oh, man, this could be used for you guys for sure. All right. All right, Scorp. Victory and success. Yes. Okay. You're putting in your work. You're really ready for a huge transit coming up for you. This is great. You know, Saturn is in Sagittarius. It's really ready to get like a lot of the, you know, energy blazed up. Like you're going to be really going forward. You're really going to be, you know, and I looked down because I kind of like was thinking of a few other things when I was talking about victory and success, because heartache and loss came up, and it's, you know, to me saying, hey, Saturn is going direct, and it's about really healing a lot of the pain that has been caused. And a lot of the times about the people that are around Scorpios, you know, people that, you know, can kind of like make Scorpios go isolated, where you don't really want to connect because you're just kind of like, yo, you really want to protect your energy, and you went through some heartache and loss, and there's, you know, been some things where you're like, oh man, I learned that lesson again, you know. So it's kind of like knowing that you're going to be going in a forward motion, just like Saturn. You're going to be overcoming whatever has, you know, made you feel that you were at a loss. So whatever you lost, you will gain. And balance came up for my Scorp. So yes, a great reminder to keep balance, to keep yourself in a great direction, whatever you want to balance, whatever your weapon of choice is, whatever your, weapon of fun, like what makes you, you know what I mean, feel alive, what makes you really kind of get into it, give yourself balance, if you work on anything that is taking some energy from you, give yourself time to replenish that energy. We're going to be going into a really big expansion, especially in career, in, a lot of direction that has been maybe stagnant in your life for a long time. So really know that balance is a key thing. So the angel of balance is here blessing you in a very tranquil, in a very calm, in a very really peaceful and harmonious vibe. So yes, Scorpios, let's do a bonus for y'all. My Scorp. All right, Scorpios, this is your bonus. And small steps for you. The camel boy came up. It's like we want to get it all done. Saturn going direct. It's kind of like go, 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 go. Putting yourself into, reality check. Getting yourself how to handle this. Really building into your authentic self. You can really ask for help and delegate some things if you really don't know exactly how you're going to get it done. You can actually go out and say, listen, there's a certain few that I trust. Let me see if I can take this small step to actually make this connection and get it done, and ask for help, because you're really on your way, and small steps will definitely take you there. No point in running, because, you kind of have that like G-walk walking in it. So yes, Scorpio, Saturn direct is going to keep that focus. All right, Sagittarius. Saturn is going direct in your sign. Yay. And that's what's up. I wore my favorite Sagittarius shirt for y'all, right? My favorite Sag. The one and only Jimi Hendrix. So let's see here, guys. Let's do this for your Saturn direct. That's for you. All right. Let's see what came up. Stand your ground, Sag. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is, don't budge. Stand your ground, okay? Because there was some conflict, and you're not going to get knocked down. You have the power. You're so strong. You have like a really, really great sense of strength, leadership, courage. When stand your ground comes up, it's like you made it through the trenches. You kind of like are now at the horizon here, and you're standing with your sword or your walking stick of magic, and you're lighting up the universe, and you're ready because you're really, really strong in your belief, and you're standing for it. So Saturn going direct, it could come up with some conflict. It could come up with some, self-conflict. There could be some, defeat that maybe you could be knocking yourself down on. It really could kind of get yourself into, a sense of, hey, I could be knocked down a little bit, but I'm not going to, fail. So it's really about not failing. It's really about having your power through those struggles. Sometimes like the harder they come, the harder they fall, the power within you, the power, the strength. Power is within your word. Power is within your action. Power is within everything that you really, prepare yourself as and do. Like you put your own power into everything that you do. So if you see something and you want it, you put that power into getting it. You can't really go so quick. You kind of have to really just zone in and own that. So it's really about just standing in your ground and your power and, going through whatever it is because you're courageous. And it's powerful because Saturn's going direct in your sign until December 20th, and it's been in your sign for quite some time now. Okay, so Saturn takes a couple years, 2.5 years, been retrograde for several months. So yeah, it's really kind of doing in its last motion here. So Sag, let's get a bonus for y'all. All right, Sagittarius, this is your bonus. Eyes of beauty, so positive expectations. Get yourself a mirror and look at it, baby, and know, hey, I see positive outcome in my life, in my soul, in my expectations, and what I do. You're going to feel a clarity. You're going to feel that extra boost of beauty. And you're going to see beauty in some of the situations. And as long as you really kind of like how the card is saying, if you expect it to be positive, really, you're going to manifest that. So this to me is a great manifestation card. When she shows up, she's reminding you that, the eyes of the beauty and, the radiance of the beholder is going to shine through. So it's definitely a great card for you and your Saturn direct in your sign. Alright, so we have Capricorn. See what's good with you guys. What's the hats with my cats? Alright, Capricorn. Saturn direct. Universe. Financial, material, and changes. Solitude. So the universe supports you. You are really in sync with what you need to do, where you need to be, how you need to get there. Capricorn, things are moving at a great pace. Saturn is definitely giving you that supercharge. It's your planet. You've got to get yourself in motion. You're really going to go through some financial and material changes. So whatever it is that has kind of came up in your life that has maybe changed your way of how you're getting money, or basically, your financial changes are really going to be at a peak in this transit. So changing meaning you're going to gain, you're going to perhaps switch up. You could be changing your career, you could be adding to it, you could be hiring new people, you could be firing new people. It's really all just changing into the benefit of your financial security and your material changes. So there's going to be there's going to be some matters of the heart. There's going to be some matters of grounding, maybe some brick walls that you had to push through, but also your crown chakra is going to be coming up. It's going to be kind of blessing you through like opening this up through your heavens, through your spiritual sense, because your financial grounding is really at a peak. So really speak it in existence. And solitude is coming up, Capricorn. So it's saying that you're really going to be writing your story here. Saturn going to arrive. You're really seeing how things are going to play out and how you want them to. You're going to kind of shape that. You're going to, get your responsibilities and really own them in a way that you have never experienced before, seeing that you guys are such great leaders, such great examples of, getting it done and not messing around, being about it, So this solitude is going to be like, kind of going inward here and not being alone, just being one with everything, your spiritual self, your highest self, and kind of telling your story in your own way. And, hence this book is open and the other pages are blank. So you're ready to, write the story of your destiny and really get the messages in your solitude and in your spiritual awakening. So it's really a peaceful and a really grounding, definite transit for you guys. So let's do a bonus for the cat. Capricorn, this is your bonus. All right, the Eagle King, the big picture and angelic help. So yes, it's very beautiful when you are having a bonus for something that's kind of letting you know that you're going to be going through some changes. You're going to be getting some answers by yourself. And it's really about the big picture. When the Eagle King shows up, he's reminding you that the big picture is still yet, it's, you're looking at the big picture, but it's a reminder that the big picture is still there. Like sometimes you lose a little focus from it, but really your angelic help is very, very strong for this transit, actually. So you're going to be really kind of like getting some significant decisions in a big way, and it's going to come through spirit. You're going to have a very royal feeling that the Eagle King is telling you, hey, listen, this is the big picture here. This is how things are going to play out. And you're really going to be getting some strong messages. And it's great because the Eagle King swoops through and he soars high. So he can soar up and show you the big picture on where things are. If any of you feel, in what direction, where life is taking you and why things have happened the way they did, or if you feel that there's a lot on your plate for some reason, more than usual, the angelic help is here for you. So it's definitely a beautiful, peaceful card too. Aquarius. All right. Aquarius, this is your Saturn Direct. Aquarius. Universe is coming up a lot for this transit. Conflicts and defeats and partnerships and alliances. So yes, we have some repeats here. So it's telling you that Saturn, is affecting us all together in a sense, but really Aquarius, the universe is here. It's backing you. It's kind of letting you flow through these motions, and you're kind of in these realizations. So you're definitely excited to get it, popping, because when Saturn's direct, you're really laser focused. So whatever conflict and defeat would be arising, just know that it is necessary, and it was necessary to happen. If you're being honest and you're being truthful in your heart, in your integrity, if you have really a positive light that comes from you, there could be conflict still, but you're not going to defeat yourself or any of your wishes and how you are as a person. You can't fight yourself and beat yourself up, basically. That's what that means. That's what I meant. and partnerships and alliances. So that's going to be coming up for a lot of us. And especially Aquarius, you're going to be really making some connections with your work. You're going to be making some connections with some of your friends here. There's going to be some kind of a unionship, a partnership that's going to really bring you to the next level and where you want to be. You kind of went through some inward feelings. You kind of had some frustrations come up, but really it's about, kind of overcoming that and really seeing the alliances and all that and kind of seeing who has your back and whose back you really have. Going slow and really, giving yourself time to open it up and have some realizations on who's going to be in your partner. Who's going to be your partner, basically, whether it's a business partner or even somebody even more than that. So just know that that's coming up for you, Aquarius. And we have a bonus for Aquarius. Bonus. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. So Aquarius, this is about consideration, kindness. She's here. She's a fairy, and she's kind of like giving you like this higher frequency where you're kind of exuding love and compassion, and you're realizing that every connection that you really have has something to do with love. And if you have compassion with that and you see the love, it really brings out more of the kindness and the generosity, but really mostly being considerate of people's feelings and not judging. And being considerate of, not being selfish. So I think this transit's really going to come up to remind you, you know what I mean, to really keep that kindness at a higher level. And she kind of gets through and gives you like, there's no delay. And you're going to go through the pressures of that and really still be considerate. Last but not least, but never least, Pisces. Oh yes, Pisces. All right, Pisces. What's up with y'all? Saturn Direct for Pisces. Movement, choices, and decisions. Awareness. And crown chakra. Okay, Pisces, so movement, choices, and decisions. And like I said, this card has also came up in this transit. It's going to be like this for a lot of us. We're going to be moving, and there's going to be choices. There's going to be decisions. What door are you going to take? What's going to show up for you that's going to make a connection for you to actually get something, rolling for you. You're going to be, faced with some decisions here. It's going to be concentrating on some matters of the heart, some matters of, union, some matters of money and how you're going to make it or how things are going to come in your way. So whatever movement you're going towards, Pisces, just know that it's about awareness. So, we're bringing up a big self-awareness. What is it that you're doing in your life that's bringing you peace, that's bringing you joy, that's bringing you things that are spiritually aware, where you, know how magical you are and how different you are than the bunch, but you know what I mean? You're keeping an aware sense. You're keeping yourself, at a heightened level where, hey, it's time for other people to kind of like vibe off of that. Saturn going direct, it's really going to put a lot of people in a sense of, time to give yourself time to build, okay, a foundation, a structure, healing a lot of past, junk with maybe material problems or financial constraints or anything like that. So we're feeling aware of your surroundings, aware of where you need to be, a sense of awareness and sense of like, spiritual awareness, aware of the galaxy and how the galaxy is really within you, Pisces. So the crown chakra really goes well with this card because it really lights up the crown chakra. And the crown chakra is really, you know what I mean, your connection to your higher self, to the highest high frequencies and awareness. So it's really, really focusing on that for your Saturn direct. Do some crown chakra meditations, open up your crown, really light it up. Think of, some beautiful white light that's going to bless your crown and really protect yourself during this transit as well. So it's really going to be kind of like a huge spiritual leveling up again for Pisces. So definitely let's do a bonus for Pisces. Posse. Looks good. Pisces. This is your bonus for Saturn Direct. The Hawk Prince, spirit communication and paying attention. So yes, this makes complete sense because we have, you know, a really great heightened crown chakra reading. So we're getting like the spiritual communication at a very, very intense level. So you're going to be kind of like not feeling that there's any block of connecting to spirit. So really pay attention, really get yourself zoned in on how the Hawk Prince is going to swoop through and give you this certain, you know, message that you've been looking for, what you've been seeking. So it's a great spiritual alignment. It's a great attunement, a level up, a definite, you know, great connection, spirit connection. Saturn Direct. Yes, yes. So let's do one for everyone. Yes, let's do a reading for everyone. So this is for everyone. We're all connected. Let's see how Saturn Direct, what the energy will be like for all of the signs combined in one. This is for everyone for Saturn Direct. All right, so saying that suffering in silence, no más, no more. We're going to really face what we need to say and how we're going to act upon, you know, displaying it and how we're going to say it, and what we need to do as far as putting things in order. Wisdom. So wisdom came up. Everyone needs to really connect to their spiritual wisdom, their wisdom that they've gained from any experience that they've ever really came across in their life. Wisdom from, you know, your higher self, and wisdom from the sun, wisdom from your relationships around you, from animals that are around you, from energy around you, period. So we really can kind of gain all of that and really use that to our benefit, especially in this transit going towards a really structural and a really great foundation of building inner strength and you know, doing good and getting good and really kind of like gaining a really great sense of balance. So balances came up for all of us, which is no surprise. Balance came up in a few readings here in this transit, and it's really reminding us, you know, how to balance out what we do and our physical self, our spiritual self, our mental self, as well as our emotional self. You know, we have to balance our emotions. We have to balance, you know, on how we do things physically, on how we celebrate, and how we, you know, everything that we do is all in moderation. So really the angel of balance is coming up in this transit for Saturn Direct, saying, you know, we got to really keep the balance. If we really want to go, just still balance your energies here, okay? And really don't be hard on yourself as well. And we'll do a bonus for everybody. All right, everybody. This like super flew out. So yeah, Metal King in the house. He comes through as a reminder of discipline. He's a reminder of armor, of boundaries. Saturn Direct is really about that self-discipline, no delay, building structure, inner strength, you know, living in our truth and having freedom in that. You know what I'm saying? So really disciplining ourselves and knowing like, hey, we're staying focused and staying true to who we are. And really, you know, protecting armor. The Metal King is like, you know, bolt, BS, excuse me, you know, so he's like protecting himself. He's ready for whatever. So he's ready to, you know what I'm saying, get a sense of awareness and really get it popping. So no delay, really. Open yourself up to the wisdom and how to handle this. Be your authentic self, everyone, and really he's saying discipline. So Saturn direct is like discipline. Remember to balance, but discipline yourself in knowing, what is best for you and how to protect your energies. So yes, enjoy your Saturn direct. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, much love and light, you guys. Peace.